the Green Goblin is a lot less scarier than like someone throwing, E. coli in your mouth.
Which I don't know. Green Goblin's kind of bad.
He had those little green bomb things he threw in that gas.
I don't remember the film.
You don't remember the film?
I remember not being that scared of him because it's like this guy's outpaced by helicopters, like even basic like NYPD stuff. Like even in the air, he's not that.
He had a jet thing. The little thing he's flying around. They had jets. I think
you could have shot him out of the air. He's a guy who
he's
works
got
at
metal
a lab.
armor on.
Yeah, but it's not magic. Spider-Man beats the shit out of him.
A very agile hoverboard.
Actually, Spider-Man does that backflip, and he impales himself with his own glider. If you remember,
I was banking on like him on Spider-Man.
Spider-Man doesn't kill. No, Spider-Man lets them like he's like what's that fake martial art, Woody, where you like redirect them? It's not Tai Chi. It's like
Akimbo.
Aikido.
That's it. Thank you.
Akido's that stupid dog. Akimbo's when you got two guns.
Aikido. You had it. Yeah.
Okay. All stupid things equally. That's how Spider-Man kills things. Same with Batman, really, if you think about it. Batman will be more direct. He'll like dangle you over the roof, and then when you fall, he's like, "Oh."
Yeah, he lets gravity do it, but he pulls you off. Yeah.
You know who's way more badass? Captain America. Captain America,
I hate that hero.
Captain America shoots a gun. Captain America will rip open the lid of your tank and throw a grenade in there. I was watching him recently, Jackie and I, and it was just like, my God, there are a lot of people getting killed. I saw Captain America take his shield and shred open the side of a tank. And then he hit people in the head with the same fucking shield. Like, they didn't live,
they're dead.
Yeah.
Well, you see, because it's World War II, right? Those were Nazis.
They were.
You can do anything you want to a Nazi.
I want to know because it got touched on while you guys were talking about Captain America murdering people. I don't watch the Marvel movies, but I've never thought Captain America was cool. Filthy, you said you hate him.
Yeah.
Bolster my pre-decided belief.
He's literally a short guy who isn't doing so well, right? Like he's like a soldier. They're like, we need a super soldier, and they like the first thing they do is add like 4 inches to him because he's not like physically enough of a specimen, and he's just some guy who they're like, yeah, take these drugs and go kill people, and that's his like whole thing, and it's like little man syndrome all the way. Yes, it is.
You missed it.
Like, he's got like this. In what sense?
He's the perfect guy. It's the whole great power requires responsibility thing. Like in the testing, they've got. Remember when they're doing but when they're doing the whole field trials with Tommy Lee Jones and everything, they got this big ox of a motherfucker over there who looks like who could beat up 3 men on his own, and they're like, clearly the ox is the guy we should give the super serum to, and the guy like throw the dummy grenade amongst the men.
They were right.
And Captain America immediately is the guy who's on it. Get away! He's trying to save everybody. That's the guy you give the. Otherwise, you end up with a villain. You give it to the Ox Man, and you just get more.
Thank God that loser protected Ox.
That's funny.
God damn it! You've got some of that loser on you. Come here. You got some all over you.
Somebody wiped the loser
viscera on your marble body. Like, get that off. No, honestly, think about how quickly they would have beat the Soviet Union had they given it to Ox.
It just seemed like such a propaganda story. It was like
Union.
I don't know when it happened, man. I don't know. I don't know what the backstory of this is.
He fought the Soviets later in the comics, but it's the Nazis. Well, no,
I don't like him. He seems like he's too tryhard for me because he's so outclassed by the other superheroes. He can't fly. He can't jump as high as the rest of them. Like he's not as fast.
He's incredibly strong. He's incredibly powerful,
and not in that world.
And his shield, in that world. And his shield is one of those like MacGuffin items in that universe. It's very, very powerful.
Even the shield is super lame though, right? Like,
the shield is lame.
Like it's so great that it's a defensive weapon, not an offensive weapon. Like it would have been so easy to make
all the same.
You should love Captain America because he so easily could have been like some big dick asshole with a giant, like a Rambo copy.
Yeah, it could have been realistic. That's what we are.
I like Captain America. He's one of my favorites. Batman's my favorite though. I like the power down, like
leadership. Like he leads the group. Someone has to coordinate all.
They don't have a
people.
choice. Chain of command.
No, but they listen to him the same way like a trained hippo listens to a guy like
that's not true.
Like,
He
like Iron
around.
Man. If Iron Man and Captain America are in their little fucking meeting room where all the superheroes are, and Captain America's like, "This is the move," and then Iron Man's like, "Interesting, I like it. This is, I think this is another idea." Everyone in that room is like, "That's fucking Tony." Home run again. Like everyone would take it, everyone would take his side, because on some level you realize like this fucking idiot from the 40s, like who's not as strong as, you know, apparently just as much a member of the team as the bow and arrow guy. Like when shit gets real, you send Thor because he's a god. You send the Hulk. You send Iron Man. You don't send Captain America to be like, you know what? I think I can direct this police station to handle this wrong.
When an army of Leviathans is attacking your team of superheroes, you need Captain America to coordinate shit.
Yeah, and you don't want a guy standing on the ground with a fucking shiny shield to hold off the space invaders coming through the rift up in the sky. Like he's just lacking the necessary equipment to do this.
Yeah,
he's down here in an iron suit.
You put him in an Iron Man suit, and suddenly Tony Stark's out of a job. Now he's just the bankrolling guy.
It is questionable that Tony Stark didn't make Iron Man suits for everybody. Every one of the superheroes would have benefited from it.
What a piece
Iron
of
Man
shit.
suits across the board.
He's got more money than God, right? So I've seen like at least 2 of the Iron Man movies.
Didn't they all get suits?
And at any given time, when he doesn't have a suit, he's like, "Jarvis, another suit, please." And then another suit shoots out of the fucking bar in his office, and then it catches him.
The guy's got like 29 suits lined up for himself, and everyone else is in underoos.
And then he's like making fun. He's like, "Oh, I gotta. Hey, Hawkeye, here's an arrow that blows up." Like he's like laughing at him. He's like, "Oh, you're stretching you.
That's a bottle rocket."
Yeah, it's a bottle rocket.
Asshole.
That's all he's doing.
Here's your new arrow.
Captain America sucks, man.
Yeah.
Captain America sucks.
No,
pretty much all of them. How much would their efficacy change if it was just the Hulk, Thor, and Iron Man? If it was just those 3, now who couldn't they handle from a fighting perspective?
They need Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay, she's Superman, right?
Scarlet. Basically. Better than Superman.
Yeah.
And Scarlet Witch.
Superman without like the vulnerabilities almost, right? Does she have vulnerabilities? Yeah.
You need vulnerabilities or you're a boring character. Yeah.
Well, that was always the problem with Superman. So Superman was always a very boring character to like read or watch.
Justice League was ridiculous. Justice League, it's like a 2-hour movie. They spent an hour and 45 minutes trying to wake up Superman. And then the last 15 minutes, Superman easily handles the problem.
It was more of a scheduling error than it was an actual problem. Oh my God. I thought
he's off shift
from outer space were coming next Wednesday.
You're gonna have to wait till we open.
Yeah.
I saw an animated skit earlier, and it's basically Captain America waking up and Iron Man trying to catch him up on what things are like these days. Like, hey, but what he's really doing is trying to find a fellow racist and bigot. And he's like, so you're probably wondering why all those blacks are just running around. And he's like, no, actually, I thought it just, what? And the women, and it's like every step of the way, Tony Stark's just a huge piece of shit, and Captain America's shocked by it. It's great.
That's pretty funny.
Like, no, I'm from the 40s, but I'm not a scumbag. What's wrong with you?
He's like, Tony Stark's like pissed. He's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I get the one bitch from the 40s.